Most Alberta high schools divide their school year into 2 semesters, with students generally taking 4 or 5 subjects per semester. But for the last 15 years, Catholic Central High School in Lethbridge has operated under the rarely used quarter system, where the school year is divided into 4 10-week quarters, and students take 2 subjects per quarter.
Some people call it the Copernican system. Some people call it block scheduling. In the United States, it's usually referred to as block scheduling. We call it the quarter system because we took the semesters and divided them into quarters.
For students at Catholic Central High School, the quarter system has its pros and cons.
So I picked CCH, even though I'm not Catholic, because of the quarter system.
Because you don't have to worry about like a whole bunch of different classes in one day. You can just focus on 2.
There's a very high stress level. If you get sick too bad, you have to come to school anyway because you cannot afford to miss a day.
I enjoy it more than Kiri, I guess. You get like more time to learn stuff, learn concepts and stuff.
For CCH teachers, the advantages of the quarter system easily outweigh the challenges it presents.
Personally, I would never go back to the semester system. What I remember, and of course this was earlier in my career, is that I always felt we were just getting to the really great stuff and we had to stop, put it away, move to the next class. And that's the truth. You know, if you have 40 or 80-minute blocks, you simply don't have enough time for them to intensely engage in what their project is.
Okay, once again, we're talking about the legacies of cultural contact.
In the quarter system, students take 2 classes a day for 10 weeks. Each class is 3 hours long, giving students and teachers time to focus and immerse themselves in the subject matter.
Yeah, the quarter system works great for the academic classes because, as you can see, the students are allowed to engage in their learning over a longer period of time. Once again, you can research certain subjects a little bit more in depth. That I find personally that they tend to retain their information better. And there's no downside to spending 3 hours a day with a kid dealing with a certain subject, like social studies.
To me, the thing that makes a quarter system work is that block of time where kids engage with the teacher. There's more time to get deeply into the learning. There's more time to develop the relationship with the teacher. Kids like the fact that they have 2 things to focus on. It just works. We couldn't go back.
CCH has employed the quarter system for the last 15 years. It was implemented by then Principal Carmen Momboquet, who was looking for a way to improve the school's graduation and course completion rates.
And when I looked around at this school back in the mid-90s, there were just simply too many students disengaged, too many students who didn't see the value in pursuing something beyond high school, too many students that we were experiencing even that weren't even sure if they were going to graduate from high school.
When it was first introduced, the quarter system represented a fundamental change at CCH. Today it's become a cornerstone of the school's approach to education.
This is really what makes CCH stand out, and what makes it stand out is the interaction between teachers and students. It's a sacred act, and the fact that as a Catholic school, the word sacred can be put into place because these teachers have become so focused on what it is that children need to learn and have put in place the most innovative teaching practices in the province of Alberta today is happening right inside of the walls of this school.
While students generally benefit from the quarter system by having fewer classes at one time, less homework and more in-class time with the teacher, it places greater demands on those teachers to come up with innovative strategies to keep students engaged for 3 hours at a time.
It's a lot of initial work, I think, as a teacher, and I certainly found that coming from the other system to the quarter system. It's like you go back to teaching year 1. You become a new teacher, the preparation, because you have to present perhaps what was taught over the span of a week. You now present that in the span of 2-3 hours. It almost enhances your preparation too. You have to be prepared for filling 3-hour blocks, extending your instruction, or condensing. So as a teacher, you learn to adapt your teaching style as well.
Despite being one of the only schools in Alberta to employ the quarter system, staff at CCH remain committed to it because of the advantages it provides students.
The value of that relationship with the teacher that you can build over those 3-hour classes, I don't know why you would want to chop things up when really, the real push in education is go deeper. And the quarter system forces you to think about quality, not quantity.